Mohr Air Conditioning presents Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown. Sponsored in part by Denver's Refrigeration, Max Garage, Ace Sports, and First National Bank.
Into the campus of Westside High School here in Jonesboro. It is playoff football time on this Friday evening, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Andy Manus and Ryan Short underneath the headset for you this evening as the Jonesboro Westside Warriors take on the Joe T. Robinson Senators. It's quarterfinals of the playoffs. The winner advances, the loser goes home.
You couldn't ask for any better conditions for a Friday night football game post-Thanksgiving. The dressing, the turkey, it's sitting on you hard right now. You wish to be taking a nap after a long Friday of shopping, but we're out here. It's cold. It's wet. It's nasty, but it's playoff football in Arkansas.
That's right. It's going to be a situation of who wants it more tonight. Field conditions very similar to what we saw last week in Westside's win over the Hamburg football team from down south, and you could expect to see chunks of turf probably come flying up throughout the course of this game. Obviously, we know Westside loves to keep the ball on the ground. Ryan, Joe T. Robinson has got a huge arsenal of weapons. They can come at you
it's
any
not going
direction.
Away anytime soon either. I mean, they're led by their 6'4" junior in passing, Buddy Gatson. 33 touchdowns on the season, over 2,300 yards. I mean, that kid has been tearing up. He's a junior, but somebody else you're going to see on that side of the ball from another junior, Hunter Smith. He's one of their main targets at running back. We'll see him early and often probably here as the Senators are receiving the first half kickoff.
The Senators won the toss. They will receive. Short kick picked up at the 30-yard line. Spin move at the 35-yard line, and that is where the Joe T. Robinson Senators will set up on offense to start tonight's football game. 11-1 are the Senators, 6-1 in conference play. These guys have reeled off 7 straight wins since losing to Arkadelphia by 1 point way back in week 5. They haven't just been winning by narrow margins either. They've kind of dominated the last 2 teams that they played here in the playoffs.
I mean, and here consistently, Joe T., they also, outscoring opponents, averaging 42 points a game this season and shutting out CAC last week in the playoffs. So, this is a team that's really hitting their stride here at the end of the year.
Taking a first look here at Buddy Gaston and this Senator offense. They come out in the shotgun formation. 1 tailback, 1 tight end, 2 wide receivers. Handoff. Juke move at the 40. Now hit at the 45. Still on his feet, coming to the near sideline across midfield. And he's got a convoy ahead of him at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. And strolling into the end zone is Hunter Smith on the first play from scrimmage. 64 yards for the Senators.
Man, we were talking about him just a few moments ago as you watched the Honda replay right here as it was coming up there just for a second. But, 64 yards, first play of the game. You can't ask for anything as far as setting the tone and the momentum for this game.
What a run, and he had to make a couple of moves to get there, as you'll see here on the replay. Right there was the cutback. He reversed his direction and was pretty much gone after that. He had 1 blocker ahead of him, didn't even need it. That took a whopping 18 seconds off of the clock here in the first quarter as the extra point sails through. An early 7-0 lead here for the Robinson Senators. We're back with more playoff football from Westside.
Okay, so finding a heat and air guy has never been easy. But then I got Mohr, and it's a whole new level of customer service. First, they show up on time, and before they arrive, I get a text with a picture of my Mohr technician, like Uber. And my Mohr team never leaves a mess. They treat my home like it's theirs. Google MOHR. That 5-star rating, it's for real.
You deserve more, so visit us online or call us today to schedule an appointment.
One of the privileges we get here at Tubetown of hosting these games on Friday night and playoff is our agreements to work with the Arkansas Activity Associations and the schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activity Association and is authorized by their school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participations of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA.
And we welcome you back here on Tubetown. Andy Manus, Ryan Short here with you. The Westside Warriors giving up a one-play, one-touchdown drive to the Robinson Senators. It did happen quick. 18 seconds off of the clock here in the first quarter. 64 yards from Hunter Smith for the score. They got the extra point, 7-0. Jared Garner on the return there. Takes the ball out to the 37-yard line, and here come your Westside Warriors. River Eagle under center. McPherson in the backfield. One blocker ahead of him. It's going to be, I believe, Tyler Ray, and they're going to go to all day Tyler Ray right off the bat here. Trying to stretch out for that 40-yard line.
Man, physical running right off the bat. I mean, you come out at this game, you come into it and you know very little about these teams. These aren't conference teams. I mean, heck, Joe T come up from Memphis today, and they're talking about, man, I haven't been to Jonesboro in who knows how long. But, I mean, you travel this way and you come that distance, and it's just it's tough for a team to come up here and do that.
2nd and 7 from the Westside 40-yard line. Now to McPherson up the middle. Between left tackle and left guard, he's going to drag the defense out to the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short. Very crucial for Westside to convert here on 3rd down. We don't have to tell you that after giving up a one-play touchdown drive to the Senators. We'll see how the Warriors want to come out and attack. Very important that they come up with an answer here right off the bat and try to match the scoring output. As Ryan talked about a little while ago, this is a high-powered offense that the Warriors are facing tonight. They don't want to put it back in their hands this early. 3rd and short, back to McPherson, running to his left, lowers his shoulder, able to bowl over 2 defenders, and makes his way across midfield down to the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up for Westside.
Great running here, following his blockers, kick it out, knowing where the first down yard to gain, and then still diving forward there at the last second. Great heads-up running right there, and then obviously keeping his defense as rested as possible.
Well, we saw the wheels on Hunter Smith a moment ago. You talked about him in the pregame. 1,400 yards on the year. Make it 1,474 now with 15 touchdowns underneath his belt. McPherson, though, has rushed for over 2,000, and you see him show off his power right there as they run it up the middle down to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, slight misdirection, but kept it everything right under center. And between the tackles, keeping your head down and running the ball is something that this Westside offense is accustomed to. Fall forward there, and 7 yards now, busted tackle later. That leads to 13 plus more.
Robinson coming with 5 down linemen up front. 3 backs in the backfield. McPherson going to take the handoff, running to his left, bounces outside, lost the football. Goes out of bounds. Did Robinson scoop it up before it went out? Yes, they did. The Senators coming away with a turnover, and we've seen McPherson at times struggle with fumbling throughout the year. No doubt the wet field playing a part of that here on this play. Take a look.
You can see it's tucked in his right hand here. He goes, it should be in his left hand as he's running toward the sidelines. I mean, that's something you expect your seasoned running back to know, but having that ball on that far side, you put a hat on it, and it's now Joe T's ball.
Yeah, the defender, you said it, put a hat on it perfectly. You saw the shoulder pad come in there right across the side of the football. And so 5 plays in, the Warriors give it back to Robinson, now on their own 35-yard line. Here's Smith again on the carry. Some footwork in the backfield, makes his way out to the 40, still on his feet as he is pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Robinson has got a small pond over here on their sideline.
They're going to have to find an answer for that right there, but, I mean, that's something that if they can get Smith going as he bounces outside, he's already ran almost 75 yards tonight, and his jersey's not even dirty yet.
2 carries.
2 carries.
2nd and 3 coming up. Smith still in the backfield, 4 wide receivers. Gaston ready to take the snap. Johnson showing pressure on defense for Westside, but now he'll back out into coverage. Saw him do a little bit of that last week. Was given the quarterback from Hamburg fits. Gaston.
See the play clock going down right there.
Switches the tailback. There's play action. Throwing out to the far side flats. Caught at the 50.
Oh, and gosh.
Driven down out of bounds and over the referee over there on the far sideline.
I think that goes to show the conditions that we're talking about. It's a wet and slippery one. I know as we go back and watch the replay of this right now, I mean, I think the referee was going down first. As you see the pass screen out to the far sideline, you can tell that they're looking down the field, though. They're probably gonna look for that later, but just bumbling, tumbling, stumbling, falling down.
We need a banana peel sound effect over there.
I don't think he woke up this morning thinking he was going to be running down the sideline and have to bust it like that.
That was Deontay Moody on the catch for the Senators. Now 1st and 10. They fake the throw and go with a draw up the middle. Westside trying to rip that football out of there, but they can't get it. Smith on the carry once again.
Yeah, I mean, that's if you're Joe T, you couldn't ask for anything more. You came out here and you're having success running the ball first thing. I mean, if you go back and you look at the stats that they've accumulated over the season, they have a host of receivers that have plenty of games where they've had 50, 60-yard games, and at the high school level, that's quite a bit for as much offense as they're producing when they distribute the ball as well as they do.
Yeah, Gaston with 33 touchdown passes on the year. You really do not see that at the high school level, especially in this classification, as Smith takes another handoff running to the right, stretching out for that first down marker, and I believe he got there. Smith is showing his athleticism out there on the field, no doubt about it, and he is hard to reel in.
As you see him come around the edge right here, he surveys where he's going to go, and then he just uses his blocking to push down the field, showing a lot of composure as he gets down to the late part of his runs and not doing anything to, one, to take an injury on the field conditions, but also just to know how to follow his blocking.
They fake the jet sweep. They go back to Smith. There you see the patience that Ryan just talked about.
Doesn't pay off there.
Yeah, it did not pay off as Westside was there to close up the gap.
Absolutely. Great defensive stop right there. And then, I mean, if Westside can find a way right now, 2nd and 10, they had them in this spot a second ago. If they can find a way to get Joe T. Robinson off the field, I mean, that would be huge right now.
6th play of this drive coming up. Senators has already had one
quiet
first.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it did, absolutely.
I really thought something was going on. The play clock wasn't going. I don't know. It just got eerie quiet on this side of the field.
10 seconds left on the play clock here. They're in the pistol formation. They're going to go, nope, play action. Throwing downfield. Got a man open at the 5. Touchdown, Robinson. And on the reception, P.J. Hall bringing in his 16th reception of the year.
Man.
His 16th touchdown reception of the year.
And it's on a 34-yard pitch and catch. I mean, just fitting it right between the middle linebacker and the man defense over the top. I mean, that's tried and true what Joe T does. I mean, they come out and they distribute the ball across the entire field. They'll put it on the ground. They'll put it in the air. But pending the PAT, that should be good through the uprights. It's not looking good for Westside right now.
6 plays, 65 yards, and it's a 34-yard touchdown pass from Gaston to P.J. Hall. Robinson leading Westside 14-0.
AIM Drone Crew, a division of Klein Environmental, providing professional drone services for commercial, industrial, and agricultural projects. The aerial inspections and mapping team is comprised of professional engineers and surveyors. Our pilots are FAA-certified remote pilots. AIM Drone Crew, a division of Klein Environmental.
2 minutes, 23 seconds gone off the clock here in the first quarter on that last drive for the Senators. 7:12 left to play in the first. 6 plays, 65 yards. It was the 34-yard touchdown pass from Buddy Gaston to P.J. Hall, who ran an excellent route.
Excellent route.
Was wide open.
Ran right past the defender, cut up field. Very interesting that we've seen the Senators on paper. They've been very dynamic this year offensively, and they've come out and I think they've ran some very conservative plays as far as stuff they've seen on film and stuff come out, that matchups that they liked. As this game goes on, though, look for the Westside defense that they're gonna make in-game adjustments. They're gonna make in-game adjustments to fit this offense.
Well, we've noticed throughout the year that Westside is kind of gotten stronger as the game's gone on, and I think you got to give obviously this offensive line a lot of credit for blocking, but McPherson has been the workhorse, and it seems like he runs harder as the game goes on. And I think looking back at the averages, I think Westside actually averages more points scored in the second half than they do the first. So hopefully that will be a trend that continues here for the Warriors as they are struggling so far. Yeah, late addition to the Robinson defense. There's the handoff to McPherson, running to his right, bottled up at the line of scrimmage, not going to get but about a yard on the first down carry, 2nd and long, coming up from well inside Westside territory at their own 36.
It looked like right before that play, Hunter Smith, Joe T. Robinson's, I want to say it's their corner on their far side or safety. He ran late on the field and he was in on that stop.
So now 2nd and 10. Again, back in that power I formation. 5 down linemen coming for the Senators. Great jump by the defensive tackle, and he's one of the first ones to get a hand on McPherson as McPherson runs to the left. But he will still pick up about 3 to 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and, I believe, 7 coming up.
This is not ideal territory right here for Westside. They're gonna have to dig into their bag of tricks right here to try to pick up some quick yardage to keep their offense on the field.
They're going to come out of the huddle in the offset I formation. Hedger, Ray, and McPherson, the 3 backs in the backfield. Fake to McPherson. There's Hedger. Hedger hit at the line of scrimmage, and he will be dropped. 4th down coming up.
Yeah. I mean, there was nothing there. There was nothing for him. I mean, I think that's a well-coached defense for Joe T. Robinson, and they read their cues and obviously prepared for that situation right there, but now looks like Westside's going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, punt team comes on. McPherson standing his own 25, ready to put a foot on it. And hopeful that we do not have a return here by Martell Nunnally. Nunnally, one of the talented wide receivers here on Joe T. Robinson's team.
I can hear the visiting bleachers here is yelling, better kick it out of bounds. So we're
great kick.
About to see what's going on here.
Nunnally's going to field it inside the 25. Surveying the field. Headed to the far sideline, escapes 1 tackle, and is bottled up out of bounds over on the far sideline, shy of the 35-yard line. We'll see where they spot it, but here come the Senator offense for the 3rd time in this quarter.
Yeah, I mean, and so far both teams have been, I guess, one good and one bad, very efficient. They've come out, the Senators have moved down the field very, once just in a snap, and then periodically down the field, but good drives resulting in touchdowns. And then, I mean, when you're sitting there looking at how Westside's done, they've got 1 first down so far. That's way too far behind when it's 14-0. Your offense isn't on the field. 4
wide receivers here for Gaston. Toss out to the flats. That's Nunnally. Nunnally at the 35, the 40. Gets hit as he crosses the first down marker. A fresh set of downs coming up for the Senators.
Simple screen pass to the outside right here. I mean, there's nothing too complicated about this. Catch the ball well 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but you're able to get yards after the catch, get a good first down.
Nunnally with about 735 receiving yards on the year, but he averages 13 yards per carry coming out of the backfield.
That's close to 1 right there.
There's a handoff on the jet sweep.
Ooh.
Oh, and a great tackle right at midfield by Jared Garner, laying the hit on James Jordan. Jordan came in pretty hot. I think he probably hit Garner a little bit harder than Garner hit him.
Yeah, stood his ground, and then
hey, great job by Garner going low, though.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a great tackle. On a cold night like tonight, you're definitely going to feel that one, too.
Of course, we saw Jared Garner haul in an interception last week against Hamburg. The Warriors need a big play on defense right here. In the pistol formation. 2 wide receivers to the right. There's a handoff to Nunnally. Nunnally hit in the backfield and dropped. All day Tyler Ray penetrating through the offensive line, and 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, Ray, I mean, sticking his ground, reading his cues, running right up through the block. And and
actually that was Rashard Cunningham on that tackle. That was 2-4, not 3-4. So
great team defensive stop nonetheless.
Right.
It took a lot of people reading their cues to get that one done. So I think this is the longest 3rd down we've seen.
This is the first 3rd down we've seen
there we
from
go.
the Senators.
That would explain it then.
They've had 4 first downs already.
They're looking at each other. Timeouts fixing to happen because there's 3 seconds left on the clock.
So with 3:24 left to play in the first quarter, we will take a timeout with them. The Senators from Joe T. Robinson leading the Westside Warriors 14-0 here on Tubetown.
Buying a home is probably one of the most expensive purchases you will ever make. Don't let anyone talk you into skimping on the home inspection. Certified Master Inspector Scott Boyle of Boyle Property Inspections, LLC, performs the best residential and commercial inspections. When it comes to hiring an inspector, Why not hire the best of the best? Hire Scott Boyle, a certified master inspector, the right inspector, right away.
Andy Manus, Ryan Short back here with you at Westside, taking a look at the Senators' huddle. Had to call a timeout on 3rd and 7.
Yeah.
They've got 2 remaining here in the half.
I think they realize this is a big play right here. They also, they didn't have their offensive alignment where they wanted it, so that obviously leads into it. But, for the Senators, you're coming out right now, and if you can convert this 3rd and 7 and move the ball down the field again, it reiterates what we already know about them. But if Westside can get a stop, that's where that conflict happens. That we haven't ever seen this team before. We watched this film kind of controversy. So this is a big play right here. 3rd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, high snap, Gaston reels it in, looking to throw to the near sideline. Couldn't get a finger on it, did Brady Johnson, but it's hauled in by P.J. Hall.
Man.
Right past the hand of Brady Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
And P.J. Hall hauls it in for a new set of downs.
I really thought that Westside was going to get a finger on this ball. All the time in the world in the pocket, standing, looking his receiver down. Great throw, but, just threaded it right through that window. Little 10-yard stop.
Well, it was zone coverage out there by Johnson. He got the bump on the receiver that he wanted, but didn't drop back far enough into coverage. A great comeback route by Hall that time. 1st and 10 coming up. Back in the pistol formation. Sends a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep, go up the middle. Tailback will take it down to the 35-yard line, and that's J.T. Towers, I believe, on the carry there for the Senators.
Yep, one of the seniors on the team, one of the captains of tonight's game. So, good to see J.T. Towers getting his hands on the ball early as well.
Picks up 3, 2nd and 7 coming up from the west side 40-yard line. 2:30 left to play here in the first quarter.
It really seems like the natural progression, the offensive explosiveness that Joe T has and the pace that they move is just a little bit off, and it creates for these lulls in between plays that we're not really accustomed to.
There's a handoff to Towers again, running to his right. He picks up a first down, pushed out at the 22-yard line.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Typically with this style of explosive offense, right now they're running the play, and as we roll this replay, we're talking, but we see them coming up on the ball, and they're fixing to snap it. And then right now you'd come back, but they're just now getting the ball set. We got the clock running finally. We're hanging out having a good time tonight.
Yeah, their tempo is a little off-putting because you're right. They've gotten away with a couple of quick snaps, but they continue to look to the sideline, as you mentioned, trying to get the right play called. Out of the shotgun here, back to Towers, running to his right. He's got a hole to run through at the 15, down to the 10-yard line, and Towers might have picked up another first down. He did.
I don't think they have an answer for that right now. Towers, he's listed at 6'4", and you can just see him when he runs. He has that height presence over the line as he's running. So, as he comes off the field,
well, and he's listed at quarterback as well, so they could be potentially setting up some sort of halfback pass.
Potentially, yeah.
Later on in the game. They may not even need to pull out the bag of tricks here. 1st and 10 from the 11. 128 and counting. Johnson blitzing from the outside. Towers back up the middle. He's going to stretch out across the 10-yard line, but won't get much further than that. Westside could stop that time on 1st and 10.
I think they've had him in. They've brought him in for the whole duration of this drive so far. So they're slowly working their way down the field using basically off the back of Towers.
Yeah, this is the 8th play of this drive. They started on their own 32. Down at the west side 10 now with under a minute left to play in the first. 15 seconds left on the play clock as Gaston steps up
this might be
under
the
center
last
this time.
Snap of the quarter unless Joe T punches it in here.
There's a handoff. Bouncing to the outside is KJ Merriweather. And Merriweather will work his way inside the 10-yard line, but it'll be 3rd and about 7 coming up. And I think it will be the last play of the first quarter. There's about a 4-second difference between the play clock and game clock. Game clock at 23, play clock at 27. I'm going to try to run one more. There's the snap. There's the pitch out. Merriweather makes a cut. Through a hole. Lost the football.
Oh, it's on the ground.
And I think that he was able to get it back. It looked like
they got back on top of it.
It looked like Jacob Brown had a chance to bring that in for Westside, but it looked like Merriweather just reached in there and stole it back.
Yep, they're holding up that it's 4th down.
Boy, Merriweather nearly took that one in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, we had a guy right on the scene, so watch as the ball hits here, and you can see a scrum for it at the last second as the ball comes out right there.
And
you
that's
can see it
Cunningham
hit the turf,
with the strip.
and then it's just, I think he...
Right there. Yep. Merriweather's able to just reach in there and snatch it back. And that bring us to the end of the first quarter. It'll be 4th and 2 from the 3-yard line coming up for the Senators when we come back. They've got a 14-0 lead over the Westside Warriors here on Tubetown.
Honda of Jonesboro, where you write your own deals. Let our customers explain. Daniel wrote,
They put my family in a new Honda Odyssey, which I absolutely love.
Joseph said,
They'll do what they can to help you purchase a new car, and they're very friendly and helpful.
Christopher acknowledged,
Ended up being the best car buying experience I've ever had.
It's just easy to buy at Honda of Jonesboro, where you're treated like family and you write your own deal.
A regular season coverage of Westside Warrior football in Tubetown is being presented by Mohr Heating and Cooling, sponsored in part by Denver's Refrigeration, Max Garage, First National Bank, and Ace Sports. And this playoff coverage of the Westside Warriors is brought to you by Crowe Plumbing, Great Clips of Jonesboro, Boyle Property Inspections, Temple Baptist Church, Lawrence Family Clinic, AIM Drone Services, and Honda of Jonesboro. Andy Maness and Ryan Short back here with you at Westside, where the Warriors are trailing the Joe T. Robinson Senators 14-0. We're getting ready to start the second quarter. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Senators offense from the Westside 3-yard line.
Offense is on the field, and this is a big play right here, Andy.
Gaston under center. 2 backs in the backfield. They hand off to the fullback. Going forward. I think he might have gotten stopped. We'll see. He's definitely short of the goal line. We'll see where the referee spots him.
I don't know about that one.
It'll be Westside football. The Warriors with a huge stand on defense.
Didn't even worry about bringing the chains out right there. Running a little a fullback dive right here is the Senators, got met right at the line of scrimmage. A host of
all day Tyler Ray Warriors coming in to lay the lumber with the initial hit.
And then here we go. This is the stop that Westside needed. They chose not to put 3 points on the board right now, and then Westside, they have to have an answer here offensively.
Absolutely.
They've had some time to think about it, because the Warrior offense has been sitting over there while the Senators run it down the field, but they need an answer right here.
Power I formation out of their own end zone. There's the handoff to McPherson, running downhill. He's going to stretch out, and I think he got stopped for maybe about half a yard gain. Just trying to get a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, just a little bit of
coming out of their own end zone.
Yeah, and it's hard right now not being able to be very dynamic in your play calling. It's really limiting what you're able to do right now. And their team, look at them. They're sitting, and I think if it wasn't for a far back safety, they got 10, 11 guys in the box right now.
And they've got their safeties guarding against this outside run that we have seen Westside go to. There's the handoff to all-day Tyler Ray up the middle. Look at him move the pile across the 5-yard line. I think that's where they're going to spot him, is right at the 5. So it'll be 3rd and about 6 coming up.
Another tough run. You're only getting a couple of yards out of it.
And what you don't want to have to do is punt out of your own end zone.
Yeah.
They're actually going to spot it 3rd and 7 from the 5-yard line. There's the handoff. McPherson running to his left. He found a corner. Actually,
no.
That was River Engel, on the keeper.
I think Engel kept the ball. I don't know where they're going to spot him. He's still going to be short.
Had me fooled.
Yeah. About right there is when I noticed, that's not a fake anymore. He kept the ball. He ran to that far side, but they're still going to be 4 yards short, it looks like. So, only picking up a couple on the play.
Yeah, 4th and 4 coming up for the Warriors. From
what was
their
it,
own
a second ago? So that was a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, coming from their own 8-yard line now. McPherson backing up into his own end zone. Not a lot of room to punt this one away. Robinson not really bringing any pressure. Got a rugby-style kick away with a nice little Warrior bounce, and it'll stop dead right at the 50-yard line.
Do you have any sympathy right now for the guy that has to kick it whenever we're standing up here, can't even feel our toes? You ever think about that when you're watching a game?
And I'm sure his feet are probably soaked by now.
Like those games, the NFL games that they have in Green Bay this time of year, and you think of a ball that weighs, I mean, what? You're talking 16, 32 ounces going off your foot?
Yeah, that probably doesn't feel too good. Like
I challenge anybody watching us right now to go out there and kick a football and tell me if your foot hurts. I'm going to look in the comments. That's my challenge here with 10:30 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Robinson coming out right at midfield at the 50-yard line. 2 wide receivers, pistol formation, 1 tight end. Johnson bringing pressure. Did he jump the snap count? He had to come from the far side of the field. He got a hit on the tailback and able to stop him in the backfield. Brady Johnson just came out of the cornerback position with a beeline. Take a look here at the Honda replay. Look at number 20 coming flying through there. He was moving before the ball was even snapped.
I mean,
and also big credit there to Hunter Pagan for wrapping up Hunter Smith.
Heck of a read right there. I mean, coming right off the edge and knowing without a doubt that the running back had it and being able to chase him down.
Stop for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, 2 wide receivers with a back in the backfield. Smith takes the handoff, running to his left. Now running back to his right. Hit from behind as he crosses the 35-yard line. But a nice little pickup once again for Hunter Smith, and again showing off those nifty moves.
Yeah, I think that's going to put him – he's close to 100 yards rushing. As you can just see, he's following his blocks, working his way downfield. That's a 16-yard pickup right there and a first down.
He's showing some lateral quickness, and the Warriors are having a hard time keeping up with it. Under 9:40 now left to play.
Is lateral quickness different than any other type of quickness?
Side to side versus up and down. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just curious. I don't have either, so I can't really.
First and 10 carry here once again for Smith. He's going to pick up about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 coming up.
I gave him a hard time earlier in the game. I said that he had already ran for like 75 yards and his jersey wasn't dirty yet. I'm glad to see that we haven't made it to the second half, and you can tell that he's hit the turf a few times.
Just a couple here. With 9:05 left to play in the second, here we go, 2nd and 9. Pistol formation, and somebody got a head start.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's Micah Pennington. I believe that's who that was. I think he's left tackle. But marking ball 5 and 2nd and 14 right here.
Look at big Amarion Harris out there for the Senators. 76. You can't miss him on that offensive line. 6'6", 305, and he is a sophomore, folks. He's out here playing this left guard position. And that's your guy you want to run behind all day. Fake to Smith. Play action out in the flats. Off the fingertips of the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
First incompletion by the Senators. Simple. Another screen pass. Warriors were there, so I'm not sure if he would have caught the ball right there, that it would have resulted in anything. Just a drop catch right there by Davis.
So 3rd and 14 now from the west side 38-yard line. 8:39 left to play here in the half. Back in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. West side bringing 2 down linemen, but bringing a lot of pressure over there from the edge. And again, somebody got a head start,
everybody
and
but
that
the
one
center
will be called on
Robinson. Flipped a little off right there. You're looking the wrong way, buddy.
Well, I was looking towards the home crowd over here, so. So now 3rd and 19. So Westside getting a little bit of help here.
Play clock's at 15, getting play in right now. I mean, look for them. They really have only thrown the ball down the field once, that 34-yard touchdown pass. They no need to expect anything different here.
5 seconds left. Gaston gets ready to take the snap. Westside backs off into coverage. Gaston going downfield into coverage. Off the hands of the intended receiver. Great coverage there by Kessler Engel.
Great defense by Engler, getting there, meeting the receiver at the ball when the ball was there. I mean, once again, when they're able to drop back, Gadsden's got all day to throw down the middle of the field. I mean, that's a good 20-yard pass, but great defense by Westside. Going to get a 4th and 19 now. Not a chance that they're going to go for this, and they're definitely going to have to punt it away. So Westside gets a stop.
Second stop in a row here for the Warriors.
Second stop in a row, and have the chance to get the ball back here and win the field position battle just a little bit.
8:31 to play in the half as McPherson is standing back at his own 10-yard line ready to return. Low snap. They're going to go for it. They're going to run. Hit at the 35-yard line. Did not make it, and it will be a turnover on downs.
Took a big hit at the end of that. Just a direct snap. Ran it to the outside. Looked like Westside did send some men, so, I mean, it was a good opportunity once he got through that first line of defense right there. Enough to slow him up, but Westside in pursuit. Watch right here.
That was Dylan Russell with the shoestring tackle right there.
And Garner just lands on him there at the very end. I've got sympathies for these guys, man.
It's cold out there.
It's cold out there. I ate some of Mama's dressing and gravy yesterday. It's hurting.
From the 39-yard line of the Warriors, here's McPherson running to his left.
There we go. There we go.
Picking up about 4 yards.
Something that's not so vanilla right there. A little misdirection in the backfield. Fake it to the fullback and then shoot it right up the gap. I mean, it still stays between the tackles, but it's enough to move the chains 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, going to have to get creative here. Down by 14.
What they've done so far hasn't worked, so they're gonna have to adapt here.
Back to McPherson. Bounces off of one defender. Now moving the pile forward. Looking at him churning his feet. He's going to stretch out to the 50-yard line. He'll move the chains for a 1st and 10. So back-to-back runs with McPherson, and now Westside.
Yeah, you can tell he's hitting the hole a little bit different here. I mean, he was met in the backfield by one of his linemen getting pushed back, but I mean, just hitting the hole a little bit slower and reading his blocks a little bit more. He's able to fall forward and pick a few more yards.
Here's a handoff to the fullback. That'll be all day Tyler Ray scooting forward.
Picked up a couple on that one.
Yeah, they'll give him 2, 2nd and 8.
Fell forward for 2.
Now into Senator territory.
He just got met by one guy. If he'd have broken that tackle, there was several people that didn't realize where the ball was right there.
It's only the second time Westside's made it into Senator territory. The first time they did was on their first drive of the night, and McPherson got hit, fumbled the football. 7 minutes left to play in the half. Sticking to that power I formation. Garner lined up as a tight end on the right side. He's going to peel out. They're going to throw over the middle, but too low, and not ready for the football was Dylan Russell.
Yeah, that's unfortunate right there. You can tell as soon as the snap came off, center got pushed back a little bit, but Engel, stood tall, made the pass. A little bit low, but
got to haul that in.
Yeah. Unfortunate because, that would have been a great time for it. It would have been, pending yards after the catch. It would have been a 1st down. You move the sticks, you're a little bit further, closer to the red zone. Now a 3rd and 8 sitting right near midfield is tough.
Robinson still coming with 5 down linemen. Oh, might have got him offside, and they got him in the neutral zone.
Ooh,
Hard
that was
count
awfully
there.
Close. It was there was definitely some movement, but that flag came out just a little bit late for me.
So 5-yard penalty against the Senators will make it 3rd and 3 with under 7 left to play in the half.
That's
more
much
manageable.
more manageable.
A little more manageable.
Word of the day. Spell that without autocorrect.
Don't look at me. Sticking to the power I. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Don't have to rush it. 3 yards to go. Robinson bringing pressure. They got him again with the hard count.
Wow.
And McPherson has quite not had the game I'm sure he'd like to so far, but he's already about to run out of his nameplate. There you see on the back of his jersey his name's starting to peel off a little bit. How about River Engel twice in a row getting the call? 1st and 10 now from the 37.
That's just wild. I bet they won't do it 3 times in a row. I think that's a very well-designed hard snap. Yeah, there we go.
McPherson right up the middle. Going to keep his legs moving. Only able to pick up about a yard, maybe 2. Yeah, it looks like they might have given him 2.5 to 3.
Yeah.
They hustle to the line. There's a snap. McPherson running to the left.
Got room. Oh, we
got tripped up in the backfield.
Got tripped up.
Trying to catch a number on that. Their jersey's a little bit muddy, but that was good defense there by the Senators.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to – I think he still got a yard because falling forward, but
I think that might have been Colin Coates on the tackle there for the Senators. And again,
it was a good one.
Yeah, just came right through that line of scrimmage.
I haven't seen the field conditions. I walked around the near side where the water was standing before the game, but I imagine if it's anything like this side over there, as soon as you get near the sideline, it gets into that grass that's a little bit longer and you're not as sure about it. So inside in the middle of the field where it's the muddiest, sometimes you can get the best traction.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
McPherson just got hit really hard at the line of scrimmage, and hopefully he's all right. They went pretty low on him, and the Senators come out of the pile with the football. Thankfully, McPherson gets up, but he got – well, no, they're going to say he was down by contact, so 4th down coming up.
Wow.
And looking at the spot, it'll be about a 4th and 3 call.
Wow.
That was a bang play.
That was bang, and there were so many bodies around, I really couldn't make out who had the ball and what happened. All I know is that, I mean, power football through the middle, McPherson, I mean, taking a lick right there.
Well, it looks so.
The ball is on the ground. Not sure.
Oof. And McPherson is still out there. 4th and 3 coming up. Not going to fall for the hard count this time now. Engel pointing out the blitzers.
Timeout.
10 seconds left. Yep, Westside going to burn 1 timeout. 5:04 left to play here in the half. Each team still with 2 timeouts remaining. It's a 14-point lead for the Robinson Senators over your Westside Warriors.
The next time you need a plumber, call Stacy Crowe with Crowe Plumbing. Crowe Plumbing can handle all your plumbing needs from basic service to new construction, remodels, drain cleaning, and backflow testing and repair. Next time, call Crowe Plumbing. Lawrence County Family Clinic offers a wide range of services for preventative care and health maintenance, as well as diagnosing and managing new medical problems. Lawrence County Family Clinic offers sick call from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Lawrence County Family Clinic in Walnut Ridge.
We want to remind you Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire Stick. Just go to the App Store on your Fire Stick and search for Tubetown. Download the app. You can watch every live event that we put on here on Tubetown. Andy Manus, Ryan Short back here with you. 4th and 3 coming up for the Westside Warriors. They've got the ball at the Robinson 30-yard line. 5:04 to play here in the half. It's a 14-point lead for the Senators. McPherson still in the backfield. Hedger and Ray ahead of him. 3 yards to gain, or it's Senator football. Here we go. There's the snap. The handoff to McPherson. Running to his left. Got a block. Pushed backwards, and I don't think he got it. He did not.
It's awfully close. It's on that far side of the field, depending on forward progress. Still have not seen a signal yet. They just now spotted it. So let's take a look here. And they're going to measure.
Senators are out here dancing. A 14-point lead with the way they've played so far tonight. They've kind of got every reason to.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not out of hand yet. Looking at the stats, looking at the 2 teams on the field, how they've handled themselves, how they've had. I mean, there's definitely one team out on the field right now that's performing better than the other, but it's still 14-0. And depending on this spot right here, I think they're going to be a little bit short.
I think they're going to be short too. The referee's measuring it just for good measure, I should say. Short by about a yard.
Wow. You know, the field, since it's a grass field, you got to take this into consideration, Andy. It's a grass field, so it's higher in the middle. So since he was standing on the complete opposite side, he may not have been able to see that was a whole 1.5 yards short.
Good observation. Good observation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we talked about the conditions of the field just a minute ago. You can look out there and see. You can see all the turf that's been dug up, and it's just the footing is a little bit loose, and we've seen it affect the Warriors so far here through the first 2 quarters.
Oh, I feel sorry for the person that has to do Joe T. Robinson's laundry tonight or tomorrow, whenever they get around to doing it.
Lots of bleach. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. There's a handoff to Smith. Smith cutting up field now. Makes a move at the 35-yard line and bottled up and brought down. He is going to pick up about 9 yards on that first down carry. Just watch the way he's able to juke out of the way here, right there.
Yep. Great cut. Great cut. 9-yard gain. 4:30 left in the first half. In the second half, Westside will be receiving the second half kick because the Senators elected to receive the kick. They won the coin toss. They elected to receive. So Westside will get the ball to start the second half. But we're getting close to 4 minutes left.
Here's a handoff to Smith again. He cuts inside. Lost his footing and gets smoked as he came through the hole created by his offensive line. Caleb Whitmire there to lay the lumber.
I think he's going to be – they're going to mark him just short. So a 3rd and 1 here, as you can see, just loses his footing.
Yep.
Slips and falls.
Right into the arms of Caleb Whitmire. So 3rd and 1 with 3:45 to play in the half. As Ryan mentioned, Westside does get the ball first to start the second half. Got to come up with a stop here in the first, though. High snap taken. Smith running to his right. Hurdles a man at the line of scrimmage. Still on his feet, trying to cut back the other way.
I don't think he got it.
I don't know if he got to the first down marker.
I don't think he got it. Who would have thought first and 10, you run the ball 8 yards, 9 yards, next 2 plays. I mean, they've held him up there right there at the line.
Oh, and we've got a flag down here over at the 40-yard line, and it's going to go against Joe T. Robinson.
I completely missed that. I was looking across the way, and then I realized that White Hat was faced opposite direction given the penalty.
So that makes it 3rd, and if that's a holding penalty, it'd be 3rd and 10.
Well, no,
3rd and 11, excuse me.
If it was holding and they accepted it.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Would it not be 2nd down, though?
No, it was 3rd down, so they'll repeat.
Okay.
So 3rd and 11 now. Tailback slips, trying to come in motion here. And now they're going to check the play at the sideline. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Nunnally trying to get in position. He lines up in the slot now. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. They got the snap off. Here's Smith running to his left. Following his blockers. Gets hit. He'll be short. Short of the first down marker. 4th down coming up. Under 3 left to play in the half. Chance here for Westside if they can get a good return for them to put points on the board.
Look at all that grass coming off of Smith's helmet as he's going to the sideline. I'm just absolutely coated. Looks like he was tackled inbounds. I mean, this 15 seconds left. They don't have a punter back there.
Gaston's not out on the field either, so they're not going to go for it.
Smith is going back there to punt it, but he had his helmet off 3 seconds ago. Another player's running late on the field.
2 seconds left, and they're going to have to call a timeout.
Yep.
So the Senators have 1 timeout remaining here in the first half. The Warriors have 2. 2:18 left to play here in the second quarter. The Senators have a 14-0 lead. We're back right after this on Tubetown.
Honey, what are you doing? I thought you were getting your hair cut at Great Clips.
I am. Already checked in.
How?
Their sweet online check-in app. Why wait around there for a haircut when I can work on my bod here? I got a few more minutes. And pump it and squeeze it. Ooh, smile at me.
Introducing the online check-in app from Great Clips. No more waiting around because now we'll be waiting for you. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
4th and 4 coming up for the Joe T. Robinson Senators. They have a 14-0 lead over Westside with 2:18 to play in the second quarter. Robinson getting ready to punt it away from their own 34-yard line. They brought their punt unit out their last drive and went for a fake. They did not get it. We'll see what they do here on 4th and 4, pretty well inside their own territory. Hunter Smith takes the snap. He's going to punt it away.
Good punt.
McPherson standing back at his 25-yard line will call for a fair catch, and that is where Westside will come out. 2 timeouts, 2:10 to play in the quarter. Again, if you're just joining us, they do get the ball first in the second half. They're going to need to march 75 yards down the field, try to put some points on the board.
Yeah, and I mean that's going to have to break a trend of what they've done so far with the this first half so far. And like we've said, I mean they're not out of it by any means. Just think if you can do something with this next 2 minutes, if you can get lucky and complete a long completion pass or be able to break a tackle and get on the field, go in at half 7 or even go in 7-14 and then be getting the second half kickoff. I mean that could completely change the outlook of this game.
Back in the power I. There's the handoff. McPherson running right up the middle. He's able to pick up about, looks like 3 yards.
Yeah.
2nd and 7 coming up. Westside going to go ahead and huddle up, and they'll not show a ton of urgency here. Still. Oh, well, now they're going to, I think, reset the play clock here a little bit. They had to switch footballs. 1:35 left to play in the quarter. Take it up the middle. Now they're going to throw. Garner thrown a bit too inside for Garner. Garner was kind of peeled out a little towards the far sideline, and Engel threw it a little too close to the middle of the field.
You'd like
Garner
to see
had
that,
to turn
though.
around
That was
and
a
find
good
it.
play action. I mean, everybody had committed to the run, and then once you look up, it's like, that was a very, very good opportunity right there for Westside.
So
Unfortunately, it was incomplete, but it did stop the clock, and it's going to be a tough 3rd and 8 right here for them.
Yeah, got to convert here with 1:25 to play in the quarter. And getting the football back. Warriors trying to find this 35-yard line. That's the line to gain. McPherson running to his right, lowering his shoulder, dragging a couple of defenders with him now, bent backwards, close to the first down marker, but he did not get there. It'll be 4th and short coming up.
Man. Timeout right here. But Joe T. Robinson, they'll have a minute 14 if Westside chooses to punt right here.
4th and 2 when we come back from the 27-yard line. Timeout, Senators. They have none remaining here in the first half.
I'm here to tell you my story.
I wanted to be baptized so I could publicly show my faith in Christ and so we could become members of Temple.
We worship a God that can take us all over the world.
Honestly, I think this has definitely opened my eyes a lot.
And being in this atmosphere and being around these people, it's an experience that you can't be beat, and I love it.
Andy Manus, Ryan Short back here with you at Westside. The Warriors trying to see what they're going to do here on 4th and 2 from their own 33-yard line. They're bringing on the special teams unit. Looks like they're going to punt this one away. 1:14 left to play in the half. No timeouts left for Robinson. 2 timeouts left for the Warriors. There's the snap. McPherson kicking it away. And he could have just ran that as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
There was no pressure coming. If he had just looked up, he potentially could have gotten that 2 yards. But they punted away, and the football will be spotted, I believe, at the 35-yard line. Great punt by McPherson.
Minute left here, though. I mean, the Robinson is in a decent position to score. They've been here a couple times. They've kind of stuttered out their last couple drives. But look for short, quick passes right here, getting the ball into the flats and outside and trying to outrun some people on where I think they have some favorable matchups with all the threats they have at receiver.
The ball spotted on the 30, not the 35. Gaston sends a man in motion. Fake the jet sweep, fake the handoff, pass out to the flats. Here's Nunnally. Across the 30, trying to make a move, and is tackled from behind And that will stop the clock with 58 seconds left. Martell Nunnally on the reception there, picking up what looks to be about 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6 coming up.
Yeah, a lot of movement, a lot of action in that play. A little bit of misdirection, throw it out to the flat, and like we said, short pass, get up the field as far as you can, and then run out of bounds.
Some of the Senators players getting a little heckling down here from their home crowd. A little friendly jesting going on.
They've been very vocal this evening. It's been pretty funny.
Play action again. Looking downfield. Again. Gaston will take a shot right past the hands of Kessler Engel. Overthrew his intended receiver, Martell Nunnally. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7 with 51 seconds left. So the clock stops after the incompletion.
Yeah, there is a flag on the play, though. It looks like it's in the backfield. Let's see what they call right here.
That's probably going to be holding unless it's roughing the passer. And it is roughing the passer. That's probably going to be called on Brady Johnson. He came in a little bit hot at the end of that play. But I was watching the ball downfield. I did not see Gaston take the hit.
Yeah, they're going to move it, mark it forward 15. Give them a fresh set of downs. 51 seconds left to play right here.
That is a heartbreaker for Westside. The clock had stopped. And it was a 3rd down situation coming up. I got 4 members of the secondary back deep. Kind of playing a little bit of, I don't necessarily want to call it prevent defense, but that's about the only thing you could call it. Sort of a dime package here for the Warriors on defense.
Got Hunter Pagan right there on the near side of your screen.
Fake the handoff, go to the flats. Nice move. Now down across the 45. And close to the first down marker. We'll see if he got it. I think that was P.J. Hall on the reception. Boy, he had a burst of speed, too. No, that was James Jordan on the reception. Boy, as soon as he caught that, it was like he went from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds flat.
He did.
Gaston looking to throw on 1st and 10 in Westside territory. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Trying to find the far sideline. He does. Gets out of bounds. Clock stops with 30 seconds remaining in the quarter.
We'll pick up a good little chunk of yards right there on 1st down.
Second and 3 coming up. 3 wide receivers lined up here on the near side for Gaston. It's going to be Hunter Smith in the backfield standing to his left. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Plenty of time as Gaston surveys the defense. Westside sticking with his dime packaging coverage and a low pass incomplete. Intended receiver on that. I think it was Jack Cleveland. Kind of hard to see all these numbers out there with the mud.
Once they get dirty, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, and actually on that intended reception was Deontay Moody, senior wideout for the Senators.
But it's going to be 3rd and 3 now for Joe T. Robinson. Still moving the ball down the field right here.
25 seconds left in the half. Scrambling and making a catch at the 30. Now trying to find the sideline. That is a heads-up play over there by P.J. Hall, the senior wideout. Caught it, knew he had to get out of bounds to stop the clock. 17 seconds now left in the quarter. Watch the composure here by P.J. Hall once he catches it. And how about the composure by Gaston to step up in the pocket and throw a dime. He makes a move, and then right there he says, nope, got to get out. Makes a beeline for the sideline. Great heads-up play. And they get the first down, so 1st and 10 from the 31 now. 2 wide receivers on either side for Gaston. Looking over the middle, facing pressure, sacked in the backfield. Cade Carter coming through that offensive line and bringing down Gaston, and with 7 seconds left, no timeouts, that should be the half.
Man, came through, straight through the middle. That's how we're going to end the first half. Westside gets the ball to start it in the second.
A 14-0 lead for the Joe T. Robinson Senators, but the Westside Warriors defense has been standing since giving up those opening 2 touchdowns. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back With some halftime stats for you, look over the first half of play between the Warriors and the Senators. You're watching playoff football right here on Tubetown.
Okay, so finding a heat and air guy has never been easy. But then I got Mohr, and it's a whole new level of customer service. First, they show up on time, and before they arrive, I get a text with a picture of my Mohr technician, like Uber. And my Mohr team never leaves a mess. They treat my home like it's theirs. Google MOHR. That 5-star rating, it's for real.
You deserve more, so visit us online or call us today to schedule an appointment.
AIM Drone Crew, a division of Klein Environmental, providing professional drone services for commercial, industrial, and agricultural projects. The aerial inspections and mapping team is comprised of professional engineers and surveyors. Our pilots are FAA certified remote pilots. AIM Drone Crew, a division of Klein Environmental. Buying a home is probably one of the most expensive purchases you will ever make. Don't let anyone talk you into skimping on the home inspection. Certified Master Inspector Scott Boyle of Boyle Property Inspections, LLC, performs the best residential and commercial inspections. When it comes to hiring an inspector, why not hire the best of the best? Hire Scott Boyle, a certified Master Inspector, the right inspector, right away.
Honda of Jonesboro, where you write your own deals. Let our customers explain. Daniel wrote,
They put my family in a new Honda Odyssey, which I absolutely love.
Joseph said,
They'll do what they can to help you purchase a new car, and they're very friendly and helpful.
Christopher acknowledged,
Ended up being the best car buying experience I've ever had.
It's just easy to buy at Honda of Jonesboro, where you're treated like family and you write your own deal.
The next time you need a plumber, call Stacy Crowe with Crowe Plumbing. Crowe Plumbing can handle all your plumbing needs from basic service to new construction, remodels, drain cleaning, and backflow testing and repair. Next time, call Crowe Plumbing. Lawrence County Family Clinic offers a wide range of services for preventative care and health maintenance, as well as diagnosing and managing new medical problems. Lawrence County Family Clinic offers sick call from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Lawrence County Family Clinic in Walnut Ridge.
Honey, what are you doing? I thought you were getting your hair cut at Great Clips.
I am. Already checked in.
How?
Their sweet online check-in app. Why wait around there for a haircut when I can work on my body here? I got a few more minutes. And pump it and squeeze it. Ooh, smile at me.
Introducing the online check-in app from Great Clips. No more waiting around, because now we'll be waiting for you. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
I'm here to tell you my story.
Wanted to be baptized so I could publicly show my faith in Christ and so we could become members of Temple.
We worship a God that can take us all over the world.
Honestly, I think this has definitely opened my eyes a lot.
And be in this atmosphere and be around these people, it's an experience that you can't be beat, and I love it.
So the best thing about You First Banking is that you don't have to change your lifestyle to meet our needs. We change what we have to meet your needs. Whether you're the mom who's busy taking care of kids all day and you really just don't have time to stop in the bank, we have products like our mobile banking app to make things a lot easier for you so you can get things done when you're on the run. Or if what you're looking for is that face-to-face interaction, we have 20 locations across the state with someone there to help. At First National Bank, you first, always.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, and trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Max Garage for your vehicles. Locally owned with over 20 years of experience, at Max Garage, we pride ourselves on being professional, reliable, and affordable. From routine maintenance to complex mechanical issues, Max Garage can do it all. Max Garage is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Call Max Garage for your next auto repair.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
When we talk about You First Banking, what we're really saying is that we're going to take the banking experience and customize it to meet your needs. Maybe you're that person that's always on the go and you don't have time to come to the bank. We'd love to see you, but we can make it possible with our mobile apps to where you don't ever have to set foot in any of our banks. But maybe you're that person that does like coming to see your favorite teller and you like that face-to-face interaction. We've got 20 locations across the state with a friendly staff that's here for you. Only at First National Bank. You first. Always.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, live, local, from Ritter Communications.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Andy Manus, Ryan Short back here with you at Westside. Halftime, the Robinson Senators are leading the Westside Warriors 14-0 after the first two quarters. Westside's defense really stepped up after giving up those first two touchdowns. They've strung together a few stops, but Ryan, so far the offense has been struggling mightily against the Senator defense.
Yeah, we came out first play of the game. Not the kickoff, but the first play from scrimmage. I mean, we jumped off right off the bat. Hunter Smith with that 64-yard touchdown to start it, and we thought, oh, man, we're off to the races here first thing in Northeast Arkansas on a cold November night. But they just stuck with Smith for the rest of the half. He ended up having 12 total carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown. Carried the weight most for Robinson. They did also have a touchdown, that long completion for their second store.
P.J. Hall on the reception there.
Yeah, I knew his number was 5, but I couldn't think of his name. But through the air so far, Buddy Grayton in the offense, 10 of 13 passing 89 yards, dispersing it equally throughout his receiving core, but so far pretty efficient for the Senators to start the first half.
Yeah, and Westside on the other side of the football has not been able to put up the offensive effort that we have seen even the last few weeks. Have not been able to get things going with McPherson coming out of the backfield. He has been held largely in check so far through the first 2 quarters by the Senators' defense.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just the history of this team, right? It's something we talk about. We talked about earlier that we watch this team throughout the season, and they get better as the game goes on, and you could see it. It's widely different from the first play of the game. It literally could not have went any worse. But they did improve. I mean, they had a couple big stops. They drove the ball a couple times. There towards the end of the second quarter, you start to see McPherson. I mean, he was taking off a couple more yards per carries. I mean, he ended up like we anticipated, 15 carries, 52 yards. His gamut of the total offense is 52 of the 63 yards they have so far. So,
we talked about it throughout the course of the first half. It may be time to dig deep into your bag of tricks and start throwing in some wrinkles out there to try to catch the Senator defense.
Yeah.
Ingle
had
off guard.
2 incomplete passes. I mean, they did throw those in the first half, so they're obviously not holding anything in their back pocket too much that they're willing to throw it down the field early in the game.
Well, you talk about McPherson with 15 attempts. The last 4 games, he's carried the ball at least 30 times per game, and he's had at least 200 yards rushing in all 4 of those games as well. Again, held very much in check tonight.
A quarter of that so far. Yeah, I mean, the stats that I have and basically the notes going forward for the second half, we'll hit on this. Right now there's 10 minutes to go. None of the teams are on the field still going through the halftime festivities. Before we pitch it back to break, though, I need to bring up the Arkansas Activity Association once again. The schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activity Association as authorized by their school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. The Arkansas Activity Association, which is sponsoring this football playoff game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be most desirable for high school youth. The AAA is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. The association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation.
All right. With all that said, we're going to head to break, pay our sponsors a little bit more love. We'll pay them a little bit more love whenever we come back here in the halftime break. 14-0 is the score after the first 2 quarters. The Senators leading the Warriors here on Tubetown.
Okay, so finding a heat and air guy has never been easy. But then I got Mohr, and it's a whole new level of customer service. First, they show up on time, and before they arrive, I get a text with a picture of my Mohr technician, like Uber. And my Mohr team never leaves a mess. They treat my home like it's theirs. Google MOHR. That 5-star rating, it's for real.
You deserve more, so visit us online or call us today to schedule an appointment.
AIM Drone Crew, a division of Klein Environmental, providing professional drone services for commercial, industrial, and agricultural projects. The aerial inspections and mapping team is comprised of professional engineers and surveyors. Our pilots are FAA certified remote pilots. AIM Drone Crew, a division of Klein Environmental. Buying a home is probably one of the most expensive purchases you will ever make. Don't let anyone talk you into skimping on the home inspection. Certified Master Inspector Scott Boyle of Boyle Property Inspections, LLC, performs the best residential and commercial inspections. When it comes to hiring an inspector, why not hire the best of the best? Hire Scott Boyle, a certified Master Inspector, the right inspector, right away.
Honda of Jonesboro, where you write your own deals. Let our customers explain. Daniel wrote,
They put my family in a new Honda Odyssey, which I absolutely love.
Joseph said,
They'll do what they can to help you purchase a new car, and they're very friendly and helpful.
Christopher acknowledged,
Ended up being the best car buying experience I've ever had.
It's just easy to buy at Honda of Jonesboro, where you're treated like family and you write your own deal.
The next time you need a plumber, call Stacy Crowe with Crowe Plumbing. Crowe Plumbing can handle all your plumbing needs from basic service to new construction, remodels, drain cleaning, and backflow testing and repair. Next time, call Crowe Plumbing. Lawrence County Family Clinic offers a wide range of services for preventative care and health maintenance, as well as diagnosing and managing new medical problems. Lawrence County Family Clinic offers sick call from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Lawrence County Family Clinic in Walnut Ridge.
Honey, what are you doing? I thought you were getting your hair cut at Great Clips.
I am. Already checked in.
How?
Their sweet online check-in app. Why wait around there for a haircut when I can work on my bod here? I got a few more minutes. And pump it and squeeze it. Ooh, smile at me.
Introducing the online check-in app from Great Clips. No more waiting around, because now we'll be waiting for you. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
I'm here to tell you my story.
I wanted to be baptized so I could publicly show my faith in Christ and so we could become members of Temple.
We worship a God that can take us all over the world.
Honestly, I think this has definitely opened my eyes a lot.
And be in this atmosphere and be around these people, it's an experience that you can't be beat, and I love it.
So the best thing about You First Banking is that you don't have to change your lifestyle to meet our needs. We change what we have to meet your needs. Whether you're the mom who's busy taking care of kids all day and you really just don't have time to stop in the bank, we have products like our mobile banking app to make things a lot easier for you so you can get things done when you're on the run. Or if what you're looking for is that face-to-face interaction, we have 20 locations across the state with someone there to help. At First National Bank, you first, always.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, and trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Max Garage for your vehicles. Locally owned with over 20 years of experience, at Max Garage, we pride ourselves on being professional, reliable, and affordable. From routine maintenance to complex mechanical issues, Max Garage can do it all. Max Garage is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Call Max Garage for your next auto repair.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
When we talk about You First Banking, what we're really saying is that we're going to take the banking experience and customize it to meet your needs. Maybe you're that person that's always on the go and you don't have time to come to the bank. We'd love to see you, but we can make it possible with our mobile apps to where you don't ever have to set foot in any of our banks. But maybe you're that person that does like coming to see your favorite teller and you like that face-to-face interaction. We've got 20 locations across the state with a friendly staff that's here for you. Only at First National Bank. You first. Always.
Tubetown is now available on the Amazon Fire TV and Fire Stick. Watch live events from Tubetown on your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick. Head over to the App Store and search for Tubetown. Once your app is installed, you can watch every live event from Tubetown. Miss our live coverage? Our past events are available on demand. Download the Tubetown app to your Amazon Fire TV or Fire Stick today. Tubetown, Live, local, from Ritter Communications.
I'm James Finley, and I'm from Jasper, Arkansas. We came in to have my mother's service turned on, and she needed to pick a plan. They were patient, answered every question, and there were a lot of questions.
We just took our time with her and wanted to make sure she had everything she needed.
You could see that they genuinely cared about my mother.
I don't want to go into a store and be treated like just another number. That's not how we roll in Jasper. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Okay, so finding a heat and air guy has never been easy. But then I got Mohr, and it's a whole new level of customer service. First, they show up on time, and before they arrive, I get a text with a picture of my Mohr technician, like Uber. And my Mohr team never leaves a mess. They treat my home like it's theirs. Google MOHR. That 5-star rating, it's for real.
You deserve more, so visit us online or call us today to schedule an appointment.
AIM Drone Crew, a division of Klein Environmental, providing professional drone services for commercial, industrial, and agricultural projects. The aerial inspections and mapping team is comprised of professional engineers and surveyors. Our pilots are FAA certified remote pilots. AIM Drone Crew, a division of Klein Environmental. Buying a home is probably one of the most expensive purchases you will ever make. Don't let anyone talk you into skimping on the home inspection. Certified Master Inspector Scott Boyle of Boyle Property Inspections, LLC, performs the best residential and commercial inspections. When it comes to hiring an inspector, why not hire the best of the best? Hire Scott Boyle, a certified Master Inspector, the right inspector, right away.
Honda of Jonesboro, where you write your own deals. Let our customers explain. Daniel wrote,
They put my family in a new Honda Odyssey, which I absolutely love.
Joseph said,
They'll do what they can to help you purchase a new car, and they're very friendly and helpful.
Christopher acknowledged,
Ended up being the best car buying experience I've ever had.
It's just easy to buy at Honda of Jonesboro, where you're treated like family and you write your own deal.
The next time you need a plumber, call Stacy Crowe with Crowe Plumbing. Crowe Plumbing can handle all your plumbing needs from basic service to new construction, remodels, drain cleaning, and backflow testing and repair. Next time, call Crowe Plumbing. Lawrence County Family Clinic offers a wide range of services for preventative care and health maintenance, as well as diagnosing and managing new medical problems. Lawrence County Family Clinic offers sick call from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Lawrence County Family Clinic in Walnut Ridge.
Honey, what are you doing? I thought you were getting your hair cut at Great Clips.
I am. Already checked in.
How?
Their sweet online check-in app. Why wait around there for a haircut when I can work on my bod here? I got a few more minutes. And pump it and squeeze it. Ooh, smile at me.
Introducing the online check-in app from Great Clips. No more waiting around, because now we'll be waiting for you. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
We want to remind you this Westside Warrior football coverage is brought to you by our playoff sponsors, Crowe Plumbing, Great Clips of Jonesboro, Boyle Property Inspections, Temple Baptist Church, Lawrence Family Clinic, AIM Drone Services, and Honda of Jonesboro. Andy Maness and Ryan Short back here with you. First two quarters are in the books of this quarterfinal playoff game. Westside Warriors trailing the Joe T. Robinson Senators 14-0, but the Warriors will come out of the halftime break with possession of the football. They're going to be receiving the second half kick.
We'll be looking for a football on this near sideline right now, trying to get us going. They put the regulation time up on the clock, and it hit 0, and I think all that had come out was Joe T. Robinson's kicker, so he's had to add a few more minutes on the clock, a little extended halftime, but
they still don't have their kicking team out on the field. A quick scoring recap from that first half. The first touchdown brought in first play of the game, 64 yards from Senators Hunter Smith. Their very next drive, they connected on a 6-play 65-yard. It was a 6-play 65-yard drive, capped off by a 34-yard reception from P.J. Hall. They got the extra points on both of them, a 14-0 lead for Robinson.
That seems like forever ago.
It does feel like forever ago. A lot of, quite a few stops for the Westside Warriors, including one basically at the goal line back in the first quarter. So the defense is starting to step up. Need the offense to try to gain a little bit of momentum here as we start the second half. There's the kickoff taken all the way to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I just looked down. I know the play time that you wrote down for how long the drive summary was, but I would be curious to know that was an hour and a half ago from that opening kickoff, and they score on the first play. That was an hour and a half ago.
Took 18 seconds off the clock in the first quarter. Now the Warriors will come out first here in the second half, starting at their own 30-yard line. Trailing by 2 touchdowns. Let's see if Coach Engel has got any wrinkles, any tricks left in that playbook he can throw at this Senator defense. Coming out with the power I formation. And McPherson lowering his shoulder, running to the right, busting through the secondary. He's at the 50. He's going to be caught from behind, I believe. Still on his feet, though. Made it a lot farther than I thought he would. I thought for sure that defender was going to catch up to him, but McPherson, first play of the second half, is going to take it all the way down inside the 5-yard line.
I think they're going to mark him at the 5. 65 yards on the first play of scrimmage. We were just talking about what happened the first play of scrimmage in the first half, but gosh, coming out talking about lighting a match.
Well, it took a good minute for KJ Merriweather to catch up to him, but he finally got there. I might have jumped the gun a little early on that. I thought Merriweather was surely going to gain a little bit more ground, but McPherson just hit the turbo, and now 5 yards away from scoring. First and goal coming up, and now the referee going to blow a whistle here. They're going to talk right over the football here. And a flag is thrown. I think too many men on the field for the Senators. So half the distance to the goal. They had 12 men out there.
Huh. 2 miscues early for Josie Robinson.
Well, how about the way this game has gone? Robinson opens up the football game, punching Westside right in the mouth, and the Warriors come out of the locker room trying to do the same.
Exactly. I caught some heat on Facebook talking about Westside being a second-half team. Did you see the comments? I did.
Well, we talked about it. They score more points as the game goes on than they do in the first half. First and goal, McPherson running to his left. He's in the end zone. 2 plays, 70 yards, and the Warriors are within a touchdown.
McPherson flapping his name off of his back as he runs in from 2 yards.
Wearing it like a superhero wears a cape.
We talked about it in the first half, how Joe T. Robinson and they, if it could not have started any better for them at the very beginning of that game. You couldn't ask for a better start to the second half for Westside. Now it's all going to come down to how their defense responds now. I mean, they've been beat basically with speed all night. We've seen short passes to the outside. I mean, one shot downfield, but how Westside's defense responds right here is going to dictate really the rest of this game.
Extra point is up and good. Again, 2 plays, 70 yards, a drive that takes all of 32 seconds off of the clock here in the third quarter. We're back with more from Westside right after this.
I'm here to tell you my story.
I wanted to be baptized so I could publicly show my faith in Christ and so we could become members of Temple.
We worship a God that can take us all over the world.
Honestly, I think this has definitely opened my eyes a lot.
And be in this atmosphere and be around these people, it's an experience that you can't be beat, and I love it.
2 plays, 70 yards for the Westside Warriors to start the third quarter. Logan McPherson running both of those plays.
Yeah. Capping
it off with a 5-yard touchdown rush.
You know, one thing interesting that we mentioned during the halftime about him, he had 15 carries, now 17 carries, over 100 yards with that long touchdown. So his streak of games with yards exceeding 100 yards can be extended one more.
The ensuing kickoff will go out of bounds, so Robinson going to get some pretty good field position out of this one. Should put the ball at either the 35 or the 40-yard line. I believe the 35. And now the Senators will try to come up with an answer for the quick strike by the Warriors. Coming out in the shotgun formation, Hunter Smith in the backfield. 3 wide receivers for Buddy Gaston. Gaston already with 1 touchdown pass, looking to throw here on 1st and 10. Got a man out in the flats, too tall, and Tyler Ray is there to blow him up. And that is a ridiculous penalty call. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is Tyler Ray playing out the play.
Wow. Really surprised to see a flag thrown right there. They're going to talk about it. They may think that there was a deliberate act there to hit a defenseless receiver and not see the side of
it looked to me like Tyler Ray got there the same time the football did, but we'll see. Yep, personal foul on Westside, automatic first down. Take another look at the replay here.
Let's look and see where the ball was whenever he laid the hit right here.
All right, I take it back. My bad. Got a little heated, got a little excited, got a little passionate about it.
It was a little bit. And when you slow it down, okay, I gave one for the refs earlier. I'll give one to you now. When you slow it down like that, it makes it a lot more obvious. And the heat of the moment is like, Well,
I got hot for a minute. That one was when it was bang bang like that, I wasn't sure. Now, 1st and 10 from midfield, tailback bottled up at the line of scrimmage. I try not to get heated at penalties in the game because the referees have got a much better point of view than we do out here, but wasn't quite sure about that one when it happened. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Westside defense holding strong, though. I mean, without that penalty right there, you're looking at 2 plays with no yards.
2 wide receivers, 1 goes in motion. There's the handoff to Smith, running to his left. Makes a move, and that one's going to be a penalty on Brady Johnson, no doubt about it. He said, I didn't have him by the face mask, and Brady, I think you did. What now? I guess the question will be, is it going to be a horse collar or a face mask?
Yeah, it looked like he had it all around there.
Oh, and we've got a holding penalty, it appears, on Robinson.
They're going to back him up. Oh, man.
Okay,
this one's going to need some explanation. Let's take another look here on this on the replay right here. So
I feel bad for going off a moment ago, but now Robinson, I think, deserved a penalty call on that one. As
so Smith's coming to the near side here, breaking down, fundamental tackle by Johnson.
So he doesn't necessarily have him by the face mask, but I figured that would have been some sort of penalty called, and I guess not.
I think holding was back behind it, possibly.
So now 2nd and 18, deep pass, far sideline, incomplete. 3rd down coming up.
Man.
And this Robinson crowd here in front of us, they were about as hot as I was a moment ago with that missed penalty.
Very, they were surefire convinced they were heading the opposite direction. So that shocked a lot of people.
3rd and 18 coming up from the Senator 42-yard line. This will be a big stop for Westside. Drop back into their dime package, a wide receiver screen. There's a missed tackle. There's another missed tackle. P.J. Hall on his horse. Did not get the first down. Fourth down coming up, but a great run after the catch there by P.J. Hall. It'll be 4th and about 3, and it looks like the offense for the Senators is going to stay out on the field for the time being.
Set up screen right here. I mean, set it up on the outside and plenty of defenders around him, and then just pure speed right here as he cut up the middle. They end up picking up about 16, so a good chunk of that they needed. But like Andy said, offense is staying on the field right now. And
JT Towers is back into the game as well. He's going to stand in the backfield next to Gaston. Everybody bunched up to the line, one wide receiver. 4th and 2 from the 43-yard line. There's the snap. Bobbled the snap. JT Towers takes the handoff, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Man.
Gaston bobbled the snap, bobbled it, getting it to Towers, and Towers had nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. Went straight up in the air as you look right here on the Honda of Jonesboro replay. And then, I mean, Westside bringing the house. 3 people in the backfield as soon as that ball was met. Wrapping them up, dropping them back for a loss, and Westside come out, get a turnover on downs after you're able to drive the ball down the field. Look at, with this drive right here, almost already in to Senator territory, tying this ball game up.
Back to McPherson, same play, right up the middle. He is holding on to it with both hands that time.
They have found something with that play. That is something that it's the same play he ran 65 yards of a second ago.
You saw
this direction where he's starting to the right and then he's cutting left.
You saw the way he got up holding that football. He's holding it with both arms the rest of the way tonight. Coughed one up back in the first quarter.
I think that's one thing that happens that separates Logan McPherson from other senior, very athletic and talented backs. And that's his ability to go in and give the coaches what they need to make decisions like that.
2nd and 3 from the Senator 48. Here's a handoff to all-day Tyler Ray. He's going to move the sticks. I believe that should be enough for a first down. Judging by the spot of the referee, it is. 1st and 10 now into Robinson territory.
Westside moving down the field. How many yards did they give him like here right there?
That looked like a gain of about 4, maybe 5.
Okay, I'm going to give him 5 because I wasn't paying attention.
Actually, I believe it was 6 because the play was at the Robinson 48. Okay. Now it's at the 42.
All right, that's why I use a pencil.
Oh, nobody there for Engel to hand it off to. Now it's just going to sprint to the sideline. Lowers his shoulder and will make it out of bounds. And might have lost a yard in the process. It looked like there might have been a miscommunication there. Watch on the replay. Engel goes to hand it off. There's nobody there.
Turns to his right. Fullback going the opposite direction. That's Ray who just picked up had that play just a moment ago, and it'll be 2nd and 10 here. Westside's moving with a little bit of momentum, a little bit of pace right now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see some attempt at passing the ball, a shot down the field right here. Something coming out creative in the backfield.
2nd and 10 now. McPherson running to the left. He's got some blockers trying to find the edge. Can't get there. Great defensive effort that time by the Senators. I believe K.J. Merriweather on the tackle. Merriweather had to come out of the secondary to make that tackle, and a good job bringing McPherson down into open field.
Great pursuit defense. And they know as soon as he gets to that edge, he's gone. So low tackle right at McPherson's legs. Able to hold him 3rd and about 7 right here for the Warriors. They broke the huddle, ran back in. 4 seconds left. I think we're going to.
3rd down, they get the snap away. McPherson running it right up the middle. It's going to be close. Flag comes out at the end of that. At the very end of that. He picked up about 4, maybe 5 yards.
And I think it's just going to be a sideline warning.
Yep, sideline warning called on Robinson.
So
4th down.
4th down, yeah.
Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Or excuse me, the 35-yard line, rather.
This is definitely manageable right here. I mean, this is right in.
4th and 3.
Westside's whole playbook is set up for this situation right here.
Ray, Hedger, and McPherson. There's McPherson, takes the handoff, hit, and he's stopped. McPherson does not get the 3 yards he needs.
I think he got about 2. I mean, he was close. He definitely got across the line of scrimmage.
About a yard shy of the first down marker. So the turnover on downs gives it back to Robinson with 6:30 to play here in the third quarter. Boy, you hate to see that if you're a Westside fan, coming up with a big stop on 4th down and then turning around and giving it right back to the Senators in the same way.
Robinson offense has to get something going right here. They desperately need to change the narrative of this game right now. They need to get some type of offense going. A sustained possession at least.
Yeah, they've been held scoreless since the first quarter. Gaston looking to throw, 1st and 10, flushed out of the pocket, rolling out, still looking downfield, fires across his body, incomplete. Threw that in the area, I believe, of Deontay Moody.
Yeah, really no attempt to try to catch the ball out there. Wasn't really anywhere that a receiver even could put a hand on it. It's kind of questioning. They come out in the first. I mean, they've got 4 pass attempts already. I mean, I know they've been behind the sticks a little bit, but completely separating from what they had success doing in the first half.
3 wide receivers here on 2nd and 10 for Robinson. 1 back in the backfield. They're going to go to Smith, running to his left. Got a block, tried to make a cut, but slips. A pickup of about 2, maybe 3 yards on 2nd down. Makes it 3rd and 8. Talked a little bit about the field conditions here tonight. You can take a look out there at the field how divoted it is as you take a look at big Amarion Harris, sophomore, 6'6", 305-pound guard for the Senators. 3rd down, pass complete at midfield. Still on his feet, dropped at the 45-yard line, and yet again it is P.J. Hall bringing in the reception for the Senators, and they'll move the sticks into Westside territory.
Great response right there. I mean, good little pitch and catch. Great play going through progressions, looking to the left and then coming back to the right, being able to pick up the first down. That's a big conversion right there for Robinson.
5:30 left to play here in the third quarter. 3 wide receivers bunched up on the far side. JT Towers in the backfield to the right of Gaston. Going for the screen. Oh, pump fake. And they will go to the open man at the 40-yard line, and I think that was Martell Nunnally. So a gain of 2 on the reception. 2nd and 8 coming up. All spotted at the Westside 41-yard line.
Yeah.
Under 5 to play in the third.
Look for him to get the ball back on the ground right here. JT Towers checked back into the game. He had a lot of success running the ball in the first half.
Sticking with that bunch formation over on the far side. There's the option. Gaston going to keep it himself, and he'll just slide, picking up about 3, maybe 4 yards on 2nd down. 3rd and about 4 coming up. He's looking to make the pitch the whole time, but still's got a lot of running room out in front of him, and then finally just makes the slide there.
Comes over to the sideline after that to grab a towel to clean off his hand. He got a little bit dirty on that one. I guess he had to wipe himself up.
3rd and 4 from the 37. 4 wide receivers. 3 down linemen coming for Westside. Play action. Gaston going downfield. Got a man. Caught at the 25. Hit and caught. Towers will come out of nowhere. That was, it wasn't a planned hook and ladder, but that's how it works out.
No, that was complete luck right there. Being able to convert down the field, stepping back, surveying. Gaston finds his receiver. It's going to be tough. After the juggle, it would have fallen incomplete, but it's batted back in the air. And we mentioned him a second ago, Towers checking back in the game, reeling he came out of the backfield to catch that ball.
What an unbelievable stroke of luck there for the Senators, and a great heads-up play by J.T. Towers. Again, that's exactly the way you execute a hook and ladder, but that was definitely not planned that time. Back on the ground, 1st and 10. Hunter Smith running to his left. Broke a tackle at the 10, at the 5, made a cut, he's in the end zone. A 23-yard touchdown rush for Hunter Smith, his second of the night.
We told you that the Senator offense had to step back out on the field and have a response after the success that Westside has had here in the second half. And what do? They complete a couple of huge third downs and then march the ball right down the field. Smith walking the tight wire, if I can speak, the tight wire down the sideline. 6 points, Senators.
2 minutes and 50 seconds gone off of the clock here in the third quarter on that drive. Extra point on the way. It's blocked. Logan McPherson came through there to block the extra point, so the score's 20-7, and that could be significant.
Man.
That could be significant.
Been a fun third quarter so far.
It has been. Stick with us. 3:40 left to play here in the third. We're back with more from Westside right after this.
So the best thing about You First Banking is that you don't have to change your lifestyle to meet our needs. We change what we have to meet your needs. Whether you're the mom who's busy taking care of kids all day and you really just don't have time to stop in the bank, we have products like our mobile banking app to make things a lot easier for you so you can get things done when you're on the run. Or if what you're looking for is that face-to-face interaction, we have 20 locations across the state with someone there to help. At First National Bank, you first, always.
Take another look at this replay that capped off that drive. Hunter Smith breaking tackles, and then that move right there to get in the end zone. Head over heels, 6 points on the board. That's all they get. They do miss the extra point, so the score is 20-7. 3:40 left to play here in the third quarter. Here's the kickoff. Garner takes it inside the 20, now to the 25. Running across the field, making a cut up the middle of the field, will be brought down at the 35-yard line, which has been right about where Westside has started most of their drives here tonight. 3:33 left to play in the third now as the Warrior offense come back out. Turned it over on downs their last time out.
Yeah.
After the defense made a pretty good stop.
Crazy. We went to the half with this narrative that we didn't know what was going to happen. 14-0. Westside really needs to come out and respond. We've seen some of that back and forth so far in the first few minutes of the third quarter. We have a lot of football left to play for sure. Be curious to see if Westside just they had that dart out of the locker room, and now if that's sustainable through the rest of this game to really make this a close one.
Well, here on 1st and 10, McPherson is going to pick up about half a yard, maybe one. It'll be 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah. I really feel like they came out of the locker room with a surefire plan on how they were going to attack this offense and how they were going to address the defense. They just need to get back to that right now and be able to move the ball back down the field.
Here on 2nd down, McPherson going to tote it again. Takes it near the 40-yard line. 3rd and about 5 coming up.
Eerie quiet on this side of the field right now.
It got a little quiet over here.
Eerie quiet.
Under 2:40 to play here in the third quarter. Both sides of the football field pretty filled up with fans as far as the stands are concerned. Pretty good turnout here tonight at Westside. 3rd and 5 from the 40. Engel turns around and says something to Tyler Ray. It's Ray, Hedger, and McPherson. There's the fake. They give it to McPherson. He's still on his feet at the 40. Trying to stretch out to get to the 45, and he will not make it. He's driven down backwards. And a 4th and short coming up.
Hard fought yards right there. Man, on 3rd down, you come over to the right side, a little bit of a misdirection in the backfield.
Was that an attempted flop by James Jordan just then?
Sure.
What was he walked by McPherson and just kind of James hardened all over himself.
I have no idea.
I'm not really sure how else to refer it, but that's exactly what it looked like. Phantom of the Flopera?
Yeah, that works.
4th and short coming up. 4th and 1 from the 43. There's the handoff. Back to McPherson. He hurdles a player. Did he get it? He stretched out with it right at the line of scrimmage. Judging by the spot of the referee, he should have it.
Taking a close look at it, they're going to give it a measurement. It's close. It's really close.
I think McPherson was able to stretch it out a little bit to get to that 45-yard line. But that was a great stop on defense by Robinson.
Yeah, but I mean, those last 2 runs, I mean, he gave it everything he had. I mean, he knows how important these drives are.
Got it by the nose of the football.
They got it.
Well, trailing 20-7 with 1:18. You're pretty much in 4-down territory the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. You have to be.
It is win or go home.
It's a 2-score game, and at this point, you've played 3 quarters, and you've got 7 points to show for it. So you got to, now's the time, especially with the style of offense that Westside loves to run, and not planning on deviating from that. They're gonna have to leave it all out there.
They fake one way. They give it to Hedger. Hedger brought down, and a flag comes out right at the line of scrimmage. Probably going to be holding against the Warriors. Trying to get a little creative there. They fake the run to the outside with McPherson. They send Hedger in motion to the left and hand it off to him.
Yeah. I mean, that was – you had Jonathan Blackman in there really causing the disruption for the Senators. 6 foot 235 senior. One of many seniors on this Robinson team, making a really a sizable effort to his team throughout the year. But coming up big right there, really leading to that hold.
1st and 20 now from their own 35-yard line. Warriors line up with under 50 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Ball's on the
Engel
ground.
Lost the football.
Ball's on the ground. I don't know who has it.
I think Robinson came up with it.
I think Robinson just
Engel never had the snap on that play.
I think it was on the ground. It was kicked all the way. I mean, gain of what? 6? Gain of 5?
Kenneth Hamilton came out of that pile with the football. Take a look. He never got the snap cleanly.
Where's it at? Okay. It's getting kicked. It's on the back of somebody's leg.
Right there, 75 has got it right there in his hands.
No, that's Robinson's ball.
They're gonna.
If it wasn't for the fact that it ended up in Westside's lap, then they wouldn't have it right now. Literally what happened.
That was a 4-yard gain on the fumble. 2nd and 16 coming up. 10 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Westside going to run one more play. 2 seconds left on the play clock. They get the snap off, pitch out to McPherson. He catches it with one hand, makes a move, still on his feet as he crosses the 40-yard line, brought down near the 45, which will end the 3rd quarter of play. So, one more quarter coming up. The Westside Warriors trailing by 13. 20-7 is the score. The Senators lead. We're back with the 4th and final quarter here, this quarterfinal playoff game, right here on Tubetown.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
Andy Manus, Ryan Short back here with you at Westside. 20-7 the score as we get set to start the 4th quarter. The Senators lead the Warriors. It is 3rd and 12.
Big
coming
play
up
right
for
here.
Westside. Yeah, big play coming up for the Warriors. They have been held in check outside of that touchdown they scored to start the 3rd quarter. 2 plays, 70 yards for Logan McPherson. And right now, Westside they've converted on a 4th down already on this drive. Right now it's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, and you got to think right here. I mean, this is getting it to manageable. I think if they pick up reasonable yards here, they'll look at going for it.
It's absolutely 4-down territory. Here we go. 3rd and 12. Play action. Engel going downfield. He's got Russell too deep. Incomplete. Russell covered by 2 Senators. And it is now 4th and 12 coming up, and the punt team is going to come on here. And you might as well punt it away. You talk about trying to make it a 4th and manageable situation, but you don't get the play you wanted, and now 4th and 12 coming up. Little too risky going for it from this distance and at this spot on the field.
We also know that in the transition between the first and second quarter, that we sort of played the field position game with Westside. So whenever this right here, having the luxury of a punter like McPherson that can do that right there and pin them deep, pending a good coverage right here, heck of a block. Wow.
But a great job there.
That right there, transitioning the field, they're fixing to start that drive at the 15-yard line. That could really do huge favors. Turnover right here would be monstrous for Westside.
Yeah, Landon Whitlow on coverage there for the Warriors. He got hit and made the tackle from his knees. So a good job bringing down the return man. With 11:40 left to play in the 4th quarter, the Robinson offense comes back out on the field well inside their own territory. They've got the ball at their own 15. Boy, Westside needs a turnover here. Here's a run to the left with Smith. Smith lowers his shoulder, still on his feet as he bounces to the outside. He's at the 35, now the 40. Tried to make a cut, but he slipped out of bounds. Still another excellent run by Hunter Smith.
22 yards on the carry on first down. I mean, you really can't ask for anything more than that. They've had a lot of success with him. They had a lot of success with him in the first half. They've gone to it back here of late, and it's really just shown to be too much for Westside's defense.
We saw the way Smith came out of the backfield following his blocker. We talked about it earlier, just the patience he's showing out of the backfield and the vision he has shown as well has been very impressive. Our first time getting to see him tonight. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end in the pistol formation. Smith gets the handoff again, running to the right. He lost the football, and Robinson is going to cover it up.
That was the turnover they needed right there. We were talking about it just a minute ago.
Yeah, James Jordan on the recovery there. Great job stripping it out, though.
Absolutely. Right here on the Honda of Jonesboro replay.
Brady Johnson getting his hand in there.
Didn't expect it at all, and J.T. Robinson's able to fall right back on top of it. Loss of a few on that one, so it'll be second and about 13.
Yeah, the Senators lucky that one bounced back their way. Again, a good job by Johnson on defense, just trying to get an arm on the defender, actually poked that football out. 2nd and 13 from the 36, 4 wide receivers. Smith in the backfield. Jordan going to go in motion. Looking to throw.
He was only looking one way. They had a screen set up on the side.
Yep, and had to throw it away because the screen was very well covered that time by Westside. Heads up play, though, by Gaston, knowing to get that one out of bounds.
I don't understand why in that situation you run the play you call for 2nd and 13 is a short-sided screen one-on-one. There was anybody out there to block for him. I mean, the linemen were not able to get out to that side of the field. Questionable right there. 3rd and 13 now, though. I mean, if you're a Westside fan, you got to pray you can get the ball back and somehow get some yardage.
3 wide receivers on the left side for Gaston, 1 on the right side. It's P.J. Hill. He's looking to the left, throwing over the middle, throws it too low, incomplete. 4th and 13 coming up. That is the break that Westside needed.
Clock stops, so 10:40 on the clock. And, of course, who best yet to return this football than Logan McPherson himself. So I would be very careful if I was the Robinson Senators. I mean, even kick this one out of bounds if you have to, because the guy back there returning it, he's been essentially the only offense this far, and you're giving him a platform to showcase his talents.
There's the snap. They get the punt away, end over end kick. Fair catch called for by McPherson. Boy, that was a line drive punt.
Right at him.
Yeah, that went right at McPherson. He catches it at the 38-yard line. And now the Warrior offense comes back out. Great job by the defense getting the Senator offense off of the field very quickly. Only I believe, a 4-play drive. Excuse me, that was a 5-play drive because they had to punt. So,
but 10:34 left on the clock, down 2 scores. I mean, you came out and you had an answer coming right out of between halves, and you're going to have to find some type of magic here to get the ball going.
McPherson running to the right. He makes a cut at the 40 and will fall forward to the 42.5 yard line, they'll say. Still a pickup of 6 yards on first down. So 2nd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, I would like to see just a little bit of urgency right here for Westside. I mean, you're behind the 8 ball. You need 2 scores. Back on top of it quick. Play clock still at 15.
Both teams still have all 3 of their timeouts here. The Westside trailing. I think they're going to need theirs a little bit more at this moment. There's the football popping out, and Robinson falls right on top of it. The handoff to all-day Tyler Ray was trying to fall forward, and that ball just came squirting out of there, and James Jordan there to fall on top of it. Second fumble recovery he's had in the last couple of minutes. Once on offense and now once on defense. And right there, trying to stretch forward, he just coughed it up.
Ray's torso was moving faster than his legs were, and that ball just stayed forward and able to poke it out. Now, I mean, Senators, they're looking for insurance right now. I mean, I don't expect them to do anything different than what they've had success with. Keep the ball on the ground with Smith and still this thing victory. I mean, they've come in tonight and they've done as far as offensively, they've been held to less points thus far. But they're still efficient with what they're doing.
Well, we haven't seen them just methodically drive down the field on Westside either. The 3 scoring drives that they have had have been 6 plays or less. And you go back to the opening play of the game, they scored there. So it's not like they're just again methodically working the ball down the field the way that we know Westside can do. Instead, it's been their big playmaking ability tonight that is giving them the edge over the Warriors so far. 9:27 left to play here in the 4th quarter as the referees switch out the football. They'll reset the play clock to 25 now. Game clock down at 9:20.
We've got a little bit different look here. We've got JT Towers. I think he's back at quarterback right now, so they don't have Buddy Gaston in the offense.
And Towers turns, takes the handoff. Now it's Hunter Smith working to his right. Cuts, and will be brought down at the 30-yard line. And once again, Hunter Smith showing off those wheels.
Picking up another 20 yards a tick. I mean, he's this half running 23, running 22, running 19. I mean, he constantly gets it, and he's able to have the breakaway speed that he needs when he sees that lane to hit it and hit it hard.
When he does that hard plant, you don't know which way he's going to go with the football after he does that hard plant with his right leg. Is he going to keep running the direction he's going, or is he going to juke left?
Yep.
Gaston back into the game. Towers behind him in the pistol. Towers is going to take the handoff. Now he runs to his right. He got a block at the 25, slipped at the 20, and gets hit low, but he's very close to that first down marker. If he didn't get it, it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Oh, but a holding penalty is going to bring this one back.
Oh, it's going to bring it all the way back. That flips 10 yards the opposite direction because he was right there at the first down.
And take a look. And right there, I think, was the hold.
But 1st and 20 now for the Senators.
Spotted officially at 1st and 19 from the 39-yard line. Clock continues to tick down. The play clock continues to tick down, and I think a offside is going to be called on Westside. It looks like one of the defensive ends got a little head start there. Oh, they're going to call that on Robinson. All right. That's a neutral zone infraction on Robinson. So had one of the
see that one again.
Yeah, had one of the offensive linemen, I think, lined up. Made contact with the defense. He didn't motion for a false start though, so
no.
Well, 1st and 24 now coming up as the clock continues to run. 8:13 left to play in the game. I think
This is where the line of scrimmage was a second ago, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Towers. Towers makes a cut, trying to go back toward his right, and he got stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Rashard Cunningham and Cade Carter in the area on that tackle.
Yeah, I mean, Towers has come in and had an impact on this game. He did on the first half, and then he's come out in the second half, and he's gotten his fair share of touches, and he's able to mix it enough for their offense to sort of, because, I mean, when you see Towers with the ball, 6'4", bigger presence, then when they turn around and hand it off to Smith, I mean, he's still a big body, but he's just a different style runner than what's typically coming at you.
2nd and 23 from the 43-yard line. There's the handoff. No, play action. Gaston looking to throw. Now he's rolling out of his pocket, going to take a shot downfield. Oh, good coverage there by McPherson. The wide receiver had to stop to come back to get that one. McPherson did a good job closing it out. Intended receiver was James Jordan.
Yeah, he's left everything on the field this night. Logan McPherson has. Simple route structure right here. I mean, you got one crossing, slants on the outside. Once it breaks down, everybody starts coming back to the ball, looking down the field. Just hangs up there a little bit too long for the Senators, and that's the play they needed, though. I mean, if you were to draw it up, they could replicate that play and come down with a completion right here. That's about they're going to get out of this hefty 3rd and 23.
Clock is stopped with 7:15 to play in the ball game. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Pistol formation. Hand off to Smith, running to his right. Tries to make a cut. Gets stopped at the 40-yard line for a gain of 1. It'll be 4th and 22 coming up.
What's your 4th and 22? Do you think they're going to punt it?
I would assume so.
Yeah, I'll try to pin them deep.
Maybe take a penalty here even to give yourself a little more punting room.
No.
That does also run the clock all the way down to about 6:30.
If he put his leg into this, those darts he's been hitting, this would probably skip out of the end zone.
Nobody back to return for Westside, so they may be coming after this one. 7 seconds left on the play clock. 6:30 left to play in the ball game. There's the snap. Westside coming for it. They can't get to it.
It's a dart.
And it will just roll into the end zone. That was very close to checking up and laying down at the one.
Let me tell you, if that was a prop bet in Vegas, could have put your money on it. That's all I'm saying.
Not necessarily the gambling kind.
Well, speak for yourself.
6:23 to play here in the fourth quarter. Westside comes back out trailing by 13. Still have all 3 timeouts. Still enough time to get back in this one, but the door is closing fast.
The door is closing fast, and that spark's missing. We saw that at the very beginning of the third quarter, but that's been a while now. So I mean,
all it takes is one big play. Here we go. There's the draw play for McPherson, running right up the middle, full head of steam, crosses the 30-yard line, has a first down, plus a couple more.
First time we've seen that, the rendition of the McPherson dive, but right up the middle, little play action, stutter step, look like going to pass it downfield, but design run completely.
An 11-yard pickup from McPherson. See if they go back to him here. They do. This time he's running to his left, got bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Might not have even got a yard on that. He did. They'll give him 2nd and 9.
Man. 1 hard yards. I'm running out of spots on my stat sheet to put where McPherson has had attempted carries.
Gonna need at least 30 of them the way he's carried the ball the last 4 or 5 games. 5:35 left to play. 2nd and 9 from the 32-yard line. Play clock sitting at 12. Play action. Engel rolling out to his right. He's going to run with it. Lowers his shoulder and will bounce out of bounds. Clock continues to run still.
They picked up a solid 8 or 9 on that, though. I mean, design, scramble out to the right. Everybody reading off McPherson. He sells it. I think the cornerback on the far side slipped a little bit, too, so that helped. Lowers his shoulder and falls forward. Mark him down for about 8, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 right here for Westside.
Now under 5 minutes left to play.
This is definitely fourth down territory.
No doubt about it.
This is you don't have a sense of urgency right now, then you may not have a pulse.
6 seconds left on the play clock. There's the handoff to the fullback. Diving forward is Ray. And judging by the spot of the referee on our side of the field, he's going to be short. It'll be 4th and short coming up.
Yeah, I mean,
Westside, you said it.
They've got some work to do right here.
I don't know if they're showing as much urgency as I'd like to see out of them. I mean, snapping the ball with 5-6 seconds left on the play clock, trailing by 13. Do still have all 3 of your timeouts, but before 15 left to play in the ball game, this could be the ball game right here. 4th and 1 coming up.
Very likely is.
9 guys in the box on defense for the Senators. Everybody close to the line of scrimmage. Ball is on the ground. McPherson still managed to pick it up. Was he able to stretch forward with it?
I think he was already on. The issue was he was able to stretch forward, but I think he was already on the ground.
And it will be Senator football with 4 minutes remaining here in the ball game.
Look at Joe T coming off the field. Man, they're having a good time. They came up from Little Rock. Big coach, as he's dancing, he's coming off the field right now. All Robinson has to do is keep the ball on the ground, run the clock out, and they will be advancing to next week.
Looks like Westside is still dropping back 3 guys into coverage, trying to guard against the pass here. There's the handoff, and this play will be blown dead. False start. So 5-yard penalty called on the Senators. Backs it up to 1st and 15 from the 45. Clock is stopped with 3:59 left to play after the penalty. Play clock is down to 13 already. There's the snap, the handoff to Smith. He's running to his right at the 40. Juke move, cuts back to the middle of the field at the 35. Still on his feet, working his feet down to the 30. Hunter Smith. Got all 15 of those yards back. And if he didn't pick up a first down, it will be 2nd and short.
Yeah, I mean, this whole game, I mean, if I had to give an MVP right now, it's gonna lay on the shoulders of Hunter Smith.
Without a doubt.
I mean, he's very efficient, over 100 yards in the first half. I mean, he's already put together over 50 this half.
.330 to play. 13 seconds left on the play clock. 1st and 10 from the 30. Pistol formation. JT Towers back in the game. Gaston's got 2 wide receivers on the right side. Westside bringing 3 down linemen. Handoff. No. Play action. Incomplete. They're going to say it hit the ground. Could have been a backwards pass, but either way, Martell Nunnally was right there to fall on top of it. But they will say it was incomplete. So that does stop the clock. 3:16 left to play in the ball game. 2nd and 10 coming up. And Gaston is going to come over to the sideline. It looks like JT Towers is going to stay out there.
No, I think he's going over there. He's getting the play call right now. No, he's not. He's cleaning off his hand. I was looking at the picture in the monitor how clean his jersey is compared to everybody else's.
Well, he's only been hit in the backfield once tonight. He got sacked to end the second quarter. There's the snap from Towers. Towers hands it off to Smith. Smith bounces off of one defender at the 25-yard line, tackled from behind, brought down at the 20. And that should move the chains once again. Hunter Smith continuing to carry the workload here for the Senators. Clock stops for the moment at 3:07 until they reset it, and they'll wind it now. Westside still does have all 3 of their timeouts.
Seconds like these in the late stages of the game, everybody's just looking at the clock, wondering what's going to happen. Is there going to be timeouts? Is there going to be? I mean, Robinson can easily score right here if they wanted to.
Option. Towers going to keep it himself. Gets hit in the backfield by Johnson, and Jared Garner in there as well. Caleb Whitmire Hunter Pagan also in there. 2nd and 10 coming up from the 20-yard line, nearing the 2-minute mark.
Does not look like Westside is going to use their timeouts.
Yeah, still have all 3 remaining. Towers running to his left now on the keeper. Spins and hit at about the 16-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 6. Under $1:50 to play here in the 4th quarter. Westside does still have their 3 timeouts. Has not called one yet. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Towers comes back out with the play. Now it's down to 10. Down to 4. Down to 1. Flags come out. And I believe it's going to be delay a game. Yep. So that backs it up 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9 now with 1:19 left to play. And we'll see what the play call will be on 3rd and 11.
They're looking gassed. I mean, there's a lot of tired bodies out there right now, and I think they've realized what the outcome of this game is going to be. So I mean, look for something conservative here. Keep it on the ground and see what happens.
Oh well, we've got a scoreboard malfunction right now. It would appear. There we go. Back. It's reset now. It was showing all 1s and 0s there for a minute. It went binary on us. Now we've got the correct time and the timeouts back on the board. 13 seconds left on the play clock. Again, 1:19 to play here in the ball game. 3rd and 11 from the 21.
Clock should have been running this whole time.
And another flag comes flying out. And false start called on Robinson.
I think the clock should be running, and then they can take false starts.
Can't do that.
What is going on right now? This is an absolute mess.
Yeah, 3rd and 16. Referees are having some sort of discussion. And now we're ready.
Now
4 seconds left on the.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
They're probably over the ball.
Gaston hands it off, and a slip at the line of scrimmage will bring up 4th down. And we've got a Senator who's a little slow getting up. Now he'll start to make his way to the sideline. 1:04. Now under a minute left to play. Play clock is down to 15.
You know, for Westside, they've had a good year. For the level of competition they've gone up against and being able to go and then playing this well against Robinson. I mean, I know the scoreboard doesn't really reflect that, but, I mean, they did come out there and hold their own. Looking back at some of the numbers, just how Robinson has been able to sort of superimpose their will on other other teams, averaging over 40 points a game, 42.6 points a game, only being held to 20 this game. Haven't seen scores from around the league to know who they're playing next week. Assume they're going to be on the road, but good luck to Joe T. Robinson as they finish out their season.
Yeah, 33 seconds left in this one as Joe T. Robinson calls a timeout. It has been a great season here for the Westside Warriors, and it has been an honor for all of us to be a part of their season. It was a historic season and could not have asked for a better team to cover this year here on Tubetown. Big kudos to Coach Bobby Engel and this Warrior squad, and a lot to look forward to next year. I mean, River Engel is going to be a senior next year. Obviously, you're going to lose the workhorse in McPherson, but you get Tyler Ray back, you get Nate Hedger back, and this is you got a junior high team who's coming up who went undefeated this year and won the league. So this is the future is bright here for Westside.
Absolutely.
4th and 15 after the Robinson timeout. 33 seconds left to play. Looking to throw. Gaston going towards the end zone. Swatted away by Dylan Russell. So that gives the ball back to the Westside Warriors. I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors once again for making this year possible. Our regular season sponsors brought to you by Tubetown. Warrior football here on Tubetown has been brought to you by Mohr Heating and Cooling. It's also been sponsored in part by Denver's Refrigeration, Max Garage, First National Bank, and Ace Sports. And, of course, our playoff coverage brought to you by Crowe Plumbing, Great Clips of Jonesboro, Boyle Property Inspections, Temple Baptist Church, Lawrence Family Clinic, AIM Drone Services, and Honda of Jonesboro. Make sure you go tell those folks thanks, because we could not have done these broadcasts without them. So certainly appreciative of that. 1st and 10 from the Warriors with 27 seconds left to play from their own 25-yard line. Here's McPherson taking the snap, running to his left, following his blocker, bouncing outside, makes a cut at the 30, gets waylaid and lost the football. And I believe that Westside was able to recover that one, but boy, McPherson taking another big shot here at the end of this one.
He's not going to step off this field knowing he's given everything he has until the last whistle blows. He was doing it on defense, and he's doing the same thing on offense.
16 seconds left in the game as Coach Engel wants to call a timeout. They're going to bring the whole team in here for this one. 16 seconds left. Tell you what, let's step aside for one more quick break. We'll come back with the final seconds of the 4th quarter here on Tubetown.
If you're looking for an honest, dependable, and trustworthy auto repair facility, consider Max Garage for your vehicles. Locally owned with over 20 years of experience, at Max Garage, we pride ourselves on being professional, reliable, and affordable. From routine maintenance to complex mechanical issues, Max Garage can do it all. Max Garage is a proud supporter of the
Andy Manus, Ryan Short back here with you at Westside. 16 seconds left to play here in this one.
I think Coach just took another timeout.
I did not know you could call back-to-back timeouts like that. Taking a look at Coach Engel and the Warriors huddle over there, getting a nice round of applause from the Westside fans. And it's well-deserved. The most winning team in Westside history. Getting ready to call it a year with 16 seconds left on the clock. We may have some fresh faces coming into the field here for
just a couple.
Yeah, I think all seniors coming out here for Coach Engel. Dylan Russell under center. He's going to just run it right up the middle and move the pile forward.
Extracurricular right there.
I saw that. That was I think that was Zach Melton. That was a little uncalled for by
they're going to get him
by
off the
Zach.
field.
7 seconds left.
That should be the ball game right there.
Timeout called. Nope.
Yeah, they called the timeout to get another play in.
There's the handoff to McPherson, to Melton rather, and Melton will run it out of bounds, and that will do it. All the time off the clock here in the 4th quarter, and the Senators will advance to the semifinal round of the 4A state playoffs. The Westside Warriors fall short tonight in front of a home crowd, 20-7, the final score. And once again, you can't say enough about the Westside Warriors and the way that they have played this season. Not the way you want to end it, but you couldn't have asked for a better team this year.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you tip your caps to the group of seniors, and this is one of those goodbyes that you're like, all right, I hate to see you go, but it's time for basketball season.
Well, the Westside Warrior fans are coming out on the field to congratulate their team on a hard-fought season, and congratulations, big time, go to the Joe T. Robinson Senators. Absolutely. Who are advancing. So, any final thoughts before we get out of here tonight, Ryan?
Andy, I mean, for Tubetown, for Ritter putting all these games on, coming out and consistently delivering high-quality content as myself as a fan, and then able to step on the broadcast with you guys for the last game of the year. I just want to congratulate everything that you guys have done throughout the season, and good work. And we'll see you in a couple weeks for basketball, right?
We'll sure hope so. Thanks to everybody who made this year's broadcast possible. Of course, our great camera operators, Nathan and Richard, all of our guys down in the truck, Rob, Tyler, not Rob. we got Rob down there. We've got Tyler, two different people, and then of course we've also got Brandon and our executive producer Marcus Carlton, and our field cam operator down there, Chase Weeks. Certainly appreciate all of these guys being a part of our crew, all of our broadcasting crew as well this season. The great Craig Rickard and Blake Gwynn certainly had a great season with the Westside Warriors. 20-7, the final score tonight. Robinson over the Westside Warriors. We're saying so long from Warrior Stadium. Make sure you stay tuned to the Tubetown online Facebook page and keep track of everything that we're doing. As Ryan mentioned, we're going to be starting basketball pretty soon, so you won't want to miss that. Make sure you download the Tubetown app on the Amazon Fire Stick. You can keep track of everything we're doing with every live event. For Ryan Short, I'm Andy Maness saying so long. You guys have a great holiday weekend.
Mohr Air Conditioning presents Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown. Sponsored in part by Denver's Refrigeration, Max Garage, Ace Sports, and First National Bank.